Well, I'm back for another short video. This time, I have several things that I wanted to talk about, just some miscellaneous things. The first is subtitles. Now, a while back, I listened to an episode of the Really, No Really podcast, and it was entitled Crazy for Subtitles. And they talked about how much subtitles are being used by people who are not hard of hearing. Now, I'm going to have a link to that particular episode below. I'm not sure if it was these guys or somewhere else, but I did hear a discussion of how the sound in movies and TV has gotten harder to understand. At my house, we've been watching everything with subtitles for years. We find it helps when actors are in a noisy environment or they just aren't, they're not speaking very well or they're speaking too quietly. Now, related to subtitles, my wife was watching an episode of Dateline, and the subtitles lagged behind the dialogue, oh, by quite a bit. Now, I expect that when I see something live, like a news program, but a program like Dateline, it's taped, edited, produced long before it airs. So why are the subtitles on a program like that not in sync? Okay, another thought related to Dateline. It seems like every person, usually a woman, who is killed was the sweetest, kindest, funniest, nicest, most charming, beautiful person in the world. And I'm wondering, do they not care about just plain, ordinary, dull victims? Another complaint related to TV programs. When you're watching a program and they show someone either sending or receiving a text message, it's always too small to read, or it isn't displayed long enough to read. Well, enough of that. Let's get on to another subject, the subject of podcasts. I'm always looking for good podcasts. Right now, there are only three that I listen to regularly. The first is entitled, It's Funny. That Makes It Okay. Now, this is a weekly podcast with three hosts of three generations. You have a young guy, middle-aged guy, and a boomer. They talk and gripe about a variety of things. And they post their episodes every Monday. The second one is called Board Game Snobs. There are two main hosts with sometimes a third, and sometimes they have guest hosts. And yes, they talk about board games, but they do more than that. They argue, laugh, sometimes talk about board games, and they have new episodes around Tuesdays or Wednesdays. The third one is called the Beans and Dice podcast, specifically the Thursday night live call-in show. Now, those are the three that I look forward to each week, but I'm always looking for new podcasts. The main place I find them is YouTube. I currently subscribe to 26 channels. Most of them post new content regularly, but I only watch or listen to them if I find that particular episode interesting. I find new content by either searching YouTube for a specific subject or just scrolling through my feed and seeing if anything looks interesting. And when I do find something that I want, what I do is I take the YouTube video and I extract the audio. I process it, and then I transfer the audio file to the podcast app on my phone. And the main reason for that, well, it's twofold. I want to be able to listen offline. And I found a lot of YouTube content has audio that needs processing to balance out one person who's too loud and another who's too quiet. In addition to equalizing levels, I'll often mix down the stereo to mono because I usually listen with only one earbud. But I like finding new content to sample. You never know when you'll stumble on a podcast that is worth subscribing to. Do you have any specific podcasts that you like or anything you'd want to recommend? Let me know.